Hello, guys. Welcome to Internet Down, your favorite place to talk about internet news. My name's Matthew.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Mark, and this is Internet Down. Listen, so you mute me at that point, and then you put a dope song, like a dope rock song.
Yeah, Mark. Hey, by the way, we're all in one channel, so
Yeah.
Well, you mute the audio, and then you just
You're
you
not.
know,
No,
make a really
you guys
dope
are
rap
in
song
one
or like a
channel.
rock
I'm in a
song.
separate channel.
Yeah, like sick guitar riff, you know.
That's Mark. That's Mark's little.
I could just grab a guitar. They're within arms. They're within walking
There you go.
distance.
All right, so we have a few things today. One thing that I'm very excited to do
I already
is to
forgot
talk
the topics.
is to convince Johnny
Oh fuck. Yeah. Okay.
of these seasonal anime.
Okay.
that
Can
are
I
releasing.
defend myself before we attend the roast of Johnny for a moment here?
Oh, it's not a roast. I'm describing you
Well,
the anime.
it kind of is because like it's kind of shitting on my fact that I just don't watch anime anymore. And Matt wanted it to be a good idea to try to convince me to watch some of the new stuff that came out with the new season and everything, like of all these new shows coming out and everything. I am fine with anime. I like it. I grew up during like the Toonami era, so like those shows were like some of my best friends growing up, and like rushing home from school, seeing that stuff. There was like I saw the like evolution of Tom and all of that stuff going on, like from Dragon Ball, Cowboy Bebop, all like those things that like Sailor Moon, all that stuff was.
Dragon Ball
going
wasn't
on.
on Toonami though.
Was it not? No, it definitely
It
was.
had to be.
No, it
What are you
wasn't.
talking about?
It
No,
definitely
oh,
was.
No, I don't think it was.
Dragon Ball Z definitely was.
Oh yeah, it was Dragon Ball Z guy. I'm sorry, I take that all
And
back.
then
I
the
was wrong.
original show came out later.
Well, the original show was on
After.
the was it C4 CW the 4Kids whatever before Toonami released.
Yes, that also had
Toonami aired every major arc of the Dragon Ball Z anime.
Yeah. Sorry, I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong.
As I got older, and like by the time I was in high school and stuff, and like there was more like that 2010s anime stuff was like kicking in, and then like I got older and stuff. I was into a lot of the stuff that was coming out. I liked, and then the moment I think I can cap it was around the time One Punch Man came out. That was when like I was good on shows. What I discovered about that time was, and it's my same problem with Star Wars, is how unbelievably toxic the community is. And that's why it ruined me altogether with that genre for a while. And like,
that is a meme though. That like everybody knows. It's like, hey, you love anime, but you will not like the community. Like
yeah,
that is
no, it's an awful. It's the same as Star Wars, where it's the most gatekeepy, the most like just kind of like annoying people.
You're not a true fan, and here's why. Because this show is better. No, it's like
a
everybody
lot
can
of
like what they like.
gross incel people that I just was not hanging with.
Yeah, it gets. There's.
Can we say that
shows.
word? I think we can. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. So actually, funny. I didn't know One Punch Man was on Toonami. You've actually stopped. I stopped watching Toonami after its last episode.
I think it. I don't. I'm saying that like not even Toonami. That like that was past my era with that. If it did air on, that's not how I saw it. Like I saw it when the show was coming out. But like even the there was a lot of shows that like they did grab me, and I was really excited. Like Cowboy Bebop will forever be on like my top shows of all time. Shows and like Big O and stuff like that. It's just like
FMA.
Yeah. The entire genre as a whole kind of got ruined for me by like a select group of like really annoying people. You know, it's the same thing. Like I've talked occasionally about Star Wars on the podcast, on my own podcast, Long Care Don't Care, but every time I do it, I have to do it with like people whose like opinion I know like is either going to lead to a valid conversation or I'm going to enjoy talking to, because otherwise I just every time a new show comes out, I have to turn off the internet, because I'm just like, no matter what, it's never enough. It's never enough, and that's angers me a lot. So I think subtract myself from it.
I think the biggest issue, like Star Wars doesn't really fit this thing, Bill, but anime definitely does. I think the biggest issue with anime in general is like it's so broad, and it's like so many genres in that like quote unquote genre, that it's just like you get all these different peoples that like all these different things, and it gets just so toxic. And then you get the people that are super gatekeepy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like certain, like, and this gets into my personality and preference and stuff, but like there's like subcategories of like I'm so not like I like the super horny stuff. I'm just not. I don't care for that at all. Like I like if it needs.
But the thing is, like, I think you just don't have you gotta have an open mind. Cause yeah, I'm not fucking, there's anime where you're, watching it, and this little fucking kid who's supposed to look like a toddler is actually like 100 years old for whatever the fuck, and then you have this fucking tiny-year-old dude who's like fucking, oh, he looks like he's fucking 80, but really he's like 5 years old. Why? Ignore that shit. The cool shit.
Are you pointing at?
He's
three different things. I'm pointing at One Piece, and then I have My Hero Academia right there. But it's just the cool shit. I'm what's the fight? Shonen. I'm a shonen guy 100%, and I'll never deny it. And I also watch dub.
I totally believe that.
See,
I don't give a shit.
See, the only shonen one I ever got, Dragon Ball was a shonen, right? Yeah.
It's part of the.
It was part of the big
wait.
three, or was it outside of it? Yeah, no, because
that was outside of the
big three.
It was
no, the big
Bleach,
three was
Naruto, and One
Bleach,
Piece.
Naruto, and One Piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like none of the Bleach, I watched like a couple seasons of. I was like, it's fine. I stopped at a certain point and was like, all right, I'm done. One Piece, I'm like, I will not touch that franchise with a 10-foot pole.
Why? Why not?
So I do not have the time.
That's a commitment.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do have the time. Have you ever been in a relationship?
No.
Where's
You've never been in a relationship before?
Yeah, I mean,
you've never been in a relationship before.
Yes, and you know how all of them end.
No,
I don't have the time for this.
You can have commitment. You can have commitment. You just watch one a day. That's all you have to do. You don't have to. Everybody thinks like, oh, I don't have the time. You don't have to fucking devote your entire life to this one anime. You don't have to do that.
Okay,
why
fair.
do you think that just because something is so long?
You can't compare that to a relationship and then be like, you can't
because commitment. Yes,
No.
Commitment.
Yes, which I have a deep-seated fear of.
Think of it like this. I send one text to my girlfriend a day. Is that difficult? Can I do that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do that.
I don't have to stay on the phone with my girlfriend and every second, every minute of the day. I don't have to do that. Just like I don't have to watch
now?
One Piece at all times of the day. No, you watch one episode a day and you're fine.
Mark,
why does everyone say it's too much? It's too long. Just watch one episode.
Mark, I already have commitment issues with the relationship. You think I can get to a fucking TV show and I'm not getting anything out of it?
Yes, you watched every other anime on the planet. Just add One Piece to it.
I've seen One Piece. I've seen a couple seasons of it.
Mark, I might be 1,000%. I didn't finish Demon Slayer. Because I thought it was like 3 seasons or something like that.
It's 2.
It's 2. I did not finish it.
Is coming out.
The first season is like 13 episodes.
I think I might have made
like
it through that.
4 episodes.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's long.
I thought longer or shorter.
There's a reason I am a movie guy, okay? It is because I
watch these crappy ass movies, like marathon through them, and he's not willing to watch one. Oh my
yes.
God.
Here's the thing, though. That's part of my job.
If I give you suggestions for anime movies, will you watch them? Like standalone movies, they're not part of the series.
Can I do them on Catch a Movie and make fun of them?
You absolutely
can.
Then
then absolutely I will, because then I monetize it.
Yeah,
Johnny's just the type of guy. Johnny's just the type of guy that just fucking hates everything. But the moment someone is like, "Hey, why don't you try this thing?" He's like, "No,
no. I am willing to try. I am willing to try anything. Yeah. But if you recommend me something that's shitty and not shitty in a good, enjoyable way, I say this as a guy who was watching Sleepaway Camp last night. That movie's awful, but in a great way. I like watching shitty movies because they're fun to watch.
Not Johnny, the guy that makes content for watching shitty things.
Yes.
Oh man, that thing sucks. I'm not gonna watch it.
That's what it has to be an enjoyable shitty is the thing.
Back to wasn't me trying to convince Johnny. You know what?
I'm gonna fucking
Okay,
lose
so
my goddamn mind.
Matt, what are animes are coming out this season?
All right, so-
Sell me, get me back into this. I want to watch things. I'm
first of all-
open-minded, Mark.
I had a list
You're
of
the
like
one not being
like an
open-minded.
actual list I was gonna
I
read
have to-
from. I lost it, so I'm gonna do this all off of like memory of me watching the show now, which is I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. So the first show I'm gonna recommend you watch is Lycoris Recoil. Now Johnny, do you like
Okay,
John Wick?
First,
you like John Wick,
First thing
Johnny?
is I have no idea how to spell it, so that's an immediate
will-
point. Well, I'm
I
gonna
will
say these
spell it
points.
for you.
I'm gonna give them plus or minus points.
Okay.
We're already at minus
Oh, I don't know how to
one.
fucking spell it.
All right, Johnny, do you like John Wick?
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I
I
love
can't
it.
spell it,
You like-
so
you like
I
John
don't
Wick,
want to
right?
watch
Listen,
it.
if
Johnny,
I can't
you
spell it, I don't know how to find it.
Do you
I'm
like
gonna
high
lose my
school girls,
goddamn mind.
Johnny?
No, that's disturbing and creepy.
So now combine the two. This show is
So-
about two high school girls.
We're still at I think
that
minus
are
one.
part of the agency, and they kill people. Johnny, they just shoot people dead, and they're high school girls that shoot people dead.
All right,
And
you're
and they're
getting
like
me with the
John
shooting.
Wick, and you're like this one girl. She's like part of this thing. She's part of this team, but she gets kicks from this team because the guy is like mowing people down. It's like "Pa, pa, pa, pa,
Like
pa, pa,"
John Wick
and then-
2.
and like John Wick too. But then she's like, "Oh, one of my teammates are gonna die. I'm gonna take this gun and just kill everybody because I'm really good at this." And then they're like, "Hey, you almost could have killed me. I'm gonna kick you from that team." So she gets kicked and thrown into this. She gets kicked and put into the second agency that's a rival to the first agency, and then she meets the other girl, the super bubbly girl, and she's like, "Hey, I'm even better. I'm like John Wick but on heroin." So
Okay,
so
that sentence alone gives me a +1. Good.
so,
Up that.
so
Now,
they go around.
here's my my rebuttal. Like, are the fights good? Is it
Oh no,
good
they're
gunfight?
really good. Actually.
Okay,
And-
because there's
and, like,
a
it
way.
is
Is
legitimately like
there
watching
like
anime
is there
John Wick.
kind of like I'm imagining like a John Woo
Oh,
situation?
bro,
like
dude, she's dodging bullets. They're shooting there. Now, this one girl, man, she's pretty quirky. You know why? Because she doesn't kill people. She uses non-lethal rounds that splurt through blood, but also shoot holes through doors and buildings. We don't ask it. We don't question it. It just happens. Somehow they're non-lethal.
Okay, this is a decent contender. We're doing.
And they're going through wacky shenanigans. They go through crazy stuff like shopping and the aquarium, and sometimes take down a Russian mafia. And then, oh no,
That is
let's
John Wick.
boggle.
I'm gonna
So
shoot
that-
myself in the head. This
that
sucks.
show.
I hate everything about this. Okay, he's a bad salesman. That's why he's not a salesman. Johnny, I got you.
Gotcha. Then we'll put this.
Do
This one's
you-
on the background. This one's on the back burner. I'll pick one of these, and then you know what? Next week I'll watch some of it, assuming I can find a way to watch it, and then I'll report back. I'll watch one of these. Is what we'll do.
Do you like superhero stuff?
I do.
Marvel, DC.
I've got a bit
whatever.
of a fatigue at this point, but you know, in general, yes, I do.
Do you like Star Wars?
Once again, yeah, kind of a fatigue, but yes, I do enjoy Star Wars.
Do you like action?
I do. In general, yes.
And do you like a coming of age story?
Yes, actually, I did. That is
Put all of those things together,
and you got My Hero Academia.
and you got My Hero Academia, baby.
Which
That's right. So the owner guy, the guy who made the show, has already talked about how it took a lot of influences from Star Wars. There's a lot of different parallels in the story.
Hey, Mark.
In the stories, I swear to God, if you say that you're not gonna watch it, I'm gonna fucking
Hey,
burn
Mark,
you
I'm
alive.
gonna tell you right now, I already watched it.
Oh, okay.
I watched it when it
Also,
came
well,
out.
It's
All right,
also
well,
not
I'll
a
just go
seasonal.
fuck myself.
Anyway, so back
It
to
is
the
a season. What are you
seasonal
talking
anime.
about?
No, this season. I'm only picking shows that
Oh,
are.
you're talking about this
I'm not-
season?
I'm not-
Oh,
so
you're
I'm talking about
fucked.
this
He's not
season.
watching anything.
And I'm talking about shows. I'm talking about shows that are like
What's
first time this season.
what's pitch number 2? We
right, so number
Mark's
2 is
disqualified.
called Engaged Kiss.
I'm already out.
All right, no, hear me out.
I'm
Right?
out too.
Hear me out.
This
Hear me out,
title
hear me
does
out.
nothing
Right?
for me.
Hear me out. You got.
This sounds like a
you got
Hallmark movie.
You got Big Boobist Girl number 1,
I'm not interested.
who's the tsundere. And she's the
He
guy.
doesn't know his
and
audience.
She's the ex. She's the girlfriend. She's the ex-girlfriend of the main guy. And then you got Big Boobist Girl number 2. But oh no, she's a demon. She goes to the walls and stuff. Oh, that's pretty quirky. And then so like they gotta fight demons and stuff, and they're like fighting demons through like the stuff and it's all the characters. Anyway, hey Johnny,
Matt, you established 2 characters, and they were both big boob girl number 1 and 2, like they're in a Dr. Seuss fucking novel.
You also got like the main character. He's kind of like a loner type. He smokes a lot of cigarettes for some reason because that's his character arc. Is that he's got a cigarette addiction, and like
you have an addiction arc. It's not that
the one
bad. all right, Matt, I'm changing the channel. This does nothing for me. Next.
I don't think this is for Johnny. I think this is for Matt to talk about the anime that he's planning on watching this season.
I'm already watching. Anyway, hey Johnny.
Yes.
Hey Johnny. Hey.
Hello, Matt.
Have you ever been like, have you liked someone, right? You've had that crush, right? And you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Now, have you had an ex-girlfriend, right, that you maybe start rekindling that relationship?
Absolutely fucking not.
Now, what if that ex-girlfriend became your sister? That's right, we're talking about my stepdaughters and my ex.
And next channel. Anything that's like a little too horny, I'm not gonna be into. It's just not my speed, man.
I just wanted to talk about shows that I could make fun of. I'm actually gonna start pitching the shows that you might actually like. My stepmom's daughter is my ex. That's this show.
Oh, I think I heard about this one, and I did not. I just rolled my eyes at it and continued walking.
Yeah, dude. Hey, if your guys are both the same age, Johnny, how do you decide which one's the older sibling? That's right. You make the other one fall in love with you first, and then their person that falls in love with you is the younger sibling, and that's this show. And it's just all. It's all
right. Next channel. We're gonna Tinder these. I'm just gonna keep swiping.
Swiping right. Hang on. Hang on.
As he's frantically searching through Crunchyroll.
No, that would be crazy. All right, hey,
I know you too,
Johnny. Hey,
yes.
Do you like lo-fi?
Yes.
Do you like things that are a mood?
A mood?
Do you like staying up too late?
No, it's a problem.
Do you like it
I'm trying
when
to
it's like midnight and it's like, ooh?
Yeah, I'm in general a night person, even though
do you
it's
like
not
very
for me.
visually pleasing things?
Yes.
Throw a vampire in there. That's right.
Okay, no, you got me. I like vampires are a big plus. That's the +1.
I am talking about a little show called
Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire. Into the Night, right? Hang on.
Okay.
Is that what this got? I will send you the name later. Anyway, this show is about a boy who stays up too late, and he goes around walking around Tokyo, and it's all like super cool and very lo-fi. And then he meets this like vampire girl, and like she's like a vampire and stuff, so she has to stay up late because she can't handle the sun very well. No, not for her. So like they meet up, and then he's like, hey, I like this, make me a vampire. And she's like, oh, well, if you're gonna become a vampire, you gotta fall in love with me first. That's right, it's a vampire sitcom.
Next. You had me so much with the vampire that lost me when it was like, oh, now it's a quirky like no, fuck off. Next.
Do you like Harry Potter?
No. Well, I read the books, but like I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's a thing that's there. I don't rave about it or anything.
Oh, okay. Johnny. Are you into medical stuff, huh? Do you like going to the pharmacy? Do you like getting medical meds from the pharmacy? Where you get the medical meds?
Yeah, you're right. I do enjoy going to the pharmacy.
Well, then do you also like parallel universes? That's right, Johnny. I'm talking about Parallel World Pharmacy. Yeah, there's this high school.
I will say I did watch Restaurant from Another World, and I liked that a lot.
Oh, if you like that, Johnny, you're going to like this. There's this guy. That's Mark's face. There's this guy. He's a doctor boy. He's a doctor man's. And like his sister, she died of this unknown disease, so he became a doctor. But he worked himself too hard to death, and he died while working. And then he takes his body of this little boy, and like this little boy's like, whoa, I'm in a parallel world. But he remembers, Johnny, when he was a doctor. So he's like going through like this medieval medical time, and like he's like teaching all these people this medical stuff, and he starts a pharmacy, Johnny. He starts a pharmacy.
Hold up, we might have a winner. because the idea of a
And he-
multi-dimensional doctor I've been on board with before. A time traveling doctor.
He's
I
a
think-
time traveling doctor
I
in a
think-
parallel world with
I-
magical universe parallel doctor stuff.
Yeah, I think this might actually be some. I might give this an episode, Matt.
You're not doing that. You're not.
No, Johnny.
It's just a
Johnny,
it's just a
Johnny.
doctor who's going around being better at medical shit than other people. Yeah,
Yeah. It is really good. The
Okay.
character's really driving home.
I think we've got a winner, Matt. Just to end this
Oh,
bit.
One more show.
One
Fuck
more.
you whenever
One
I
more.
want
You
to talk
got
about
one more.
it. Do you like Johnny?
Thank you, Mark.
Do you like RPGs?
Yes.
Do you enjoy RPGs?
Yes.
Do you like summoning things in RPGs? Do you like the summoner class?
I mean, my favorite JRPGs are the Xenoblade trilogy.
Now, what if I told you fell in love with a goddess, right? And then she's like, yeah. So you take her to this parallel universe, and you're like the summoner class is super strong, and then your first thing's a slime, and then you just meet big booby harrowing baby ladies.
All right, now, go back to the doctors.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the
I
day.
think that might be our one. Mark is
Thanks,
telling us
Mark.
the time is up.
The
No,
time
that's
is
me
up.
telling you that you're wrong. That's a bad one. That's
Is
a bad,
it?
That's a
Is
bad,
it a bad one?
bad,
No, that's a horrible
yeah.
show. It's really bad.
Is it?
Black Summer's
Fuck.
really bad. No.
I was-
Oh no, Parallel Universe. No, Parallel Universe is really good
Oh.
actually. The parallel pharmacy one is good. You're
I
gonna
just
like
need to understand why.
If you liked Restaurant in Another World, Johnny, this is very, very similar concept.
Yeah,
it's
that
very
one was good.
mundane.
I
But it's
like
like this guy is he's like very knowledgeable, and he's like teaching everybody the modern day of medicine in like a medieval time. It's
why
really
does
good.
See,
every
that
anime
intrigued me.
nowadays either include a slime,
because
a parallel world where
Because
the person dies and then goes to a resurrects themselves in a fucking medieval world? Mind you, this is getting very specific now. They resurrect themselves in a medieval world, remember everything from their past life, and use that knowledge to then better themselves in this medieval
and they're
world.
the strongest one in the world.
Or a fucking or some big titty bitch. Those are your three animes nowadays. Those are your
There's
three
always
animes.
big
Matt, you've opened my horizon. This is one. That's one. You might get like a one episode out of me for this one. I'll try it out and report back next week. Everything else on that list reaffirmed in me that
He's just bad at it. He's just bad at it.
Well, then
Stop
point
using
more.
these people as the gauge. Stop using bad people to tell you whether you like this thing. You will like this thing. You
So-
watch fucking Doodle Bob all the fucking time.
You do watch
Doodle Bob.
If you watch anything that's drawn, if you watch any sort of animated show,
I watch.
I like
and you
how-
say that you don't
exclusively.
like anime, you're a goddamn
No,
liar.
I-
You're a liar.
I
I
went
like
to
how you-
school for this.
You don't I like how you don't like anime all that, like you don't like care for anime all that much because of the community. Yeah, you watch shows like Owl House and like
Yeah,
Avengers.
listen,
It's
I-
the same
it
shit,
is
just made in a
absolutely-
different country.
It is absolutely nothing to do with the country or with like there are plenty of animes I love, and it is not anything against
Have you
people that
seen
like
Fullmetal
anime.
Alchemist?
I am cool. Yeah, I love Full Metal Alchemist. Are you kidding me? It's fantastic. I want to make this very clear. I love animation. I think it is one of the most beautiful art forms out there. Period. And I will fight to my dying breath about it. It's just that the specific, people like Matt explain these to me. And I gotta admit,
I did it for the bit, Johnny. I
you
did it for the bit.
for
I have never met a sane person who watches any of these fucking childhood shows like Owl House and Steven Universe. I've never met a normal
They're all
person who isn't
fantastic.
cringy as fuck. And you're over here saying that people who watch anime are worse.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that it is not my taste. Okay, there's anime behind me. Hold up. There's one in
He's
arms.
gonna grab
Doesn't find
something
one.
made from 1950.
I've got
It's gonna be in
I've got
1990.
Voltron.
It's fucking Voltron. Like,
That's what was in arm's
And
reach.
Here's Gundam. Oh, what about this?
I watch
Hold on.
anime. Here's Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that's a good one. Never mind. I'm a liar.
on, maybe I got hold up. I've got
The dude's gonna fucking like
I've
whip out.
got the Blu-ray for your name.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen that?
Yes.
No.
Please tell me you've seen it.
Yes, I love your
You
name.
actually watched it?
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
I
good.
did. I
Yeah,
also
it's an
saw
amazing
Fireworks. Oh wait, is this the one? No, I didn't see this one actually.
Ooh.
Or did I see this? Is this the one with the deaf girl? No, that's Silent Voice.
Yeah. No, that's Silent Voice.
Yeah,
No.
that's the one.
That's a really good one though.
Okay, I think I picked this up with this. But
If you
never
liked
saw it.
Your Name, watch The Girl Who Let Through Time. Fucking tastic movie.
I've got.
The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I'm a fan of this shit and I hate it. Like, what the fuck?
You know, but like I think you know, when it comes to my taste, and it is my taste, I would love to be more. That's the whole reason I wanted to do this bit was because I wanted to be more open-minded
Alright.
with
Johnny,
this community.
And so, like, besides
That
the
being
actual
said,
bit
my
for the
main
comedy, right?
my personal preference of these movies, I'm probably gonna pick up Voltron.
I can actually, Johnny, recommend you, like, if you actually ever wanted to be like, hey, what is an actual, like, what an anime I would like? I can actually recommend you an anime that you would actually enjoy.
I thought that was
There's,
what
like,
we were doing today.
Oh, no, Johnny.
That was what we were supposed to be doing.
No.
I'm
No,
not
man,
doing
had
great
different
time.
plans.
Talking about really shitty shows.
That's
in a
what
really
Matt
bad
had different
way.
plans.
I had different plans. If you,
Hey
maybe
guys,
next
this is
week,
what we're gonna be doing.
next week we'll do that actual bit where I give Johnny a list of shows that I know he's gonna like.
I've got
Like, for example, have you seen Vinland Saga?
I have no idea what that is.
Dude, all right. It's like a show about Vikings, right? And it's like super dark. It's very berserky, if you ever seen that.
Okay.
But it's really good. It's got an amazing plot to it. And it's got one of the best action scenes I've ever seen in anime ever. It's super fucking good.
I saw what was the thing I saw a while back? It was about like, oh man, I can't remember it. Where it's like this guy. Yeah, I really liked it. It was a CG show, and it was about. It was on Netflix. It was this guy who can't die and keeps reanimating and like had some really intense fight scenes.
I know exactly what
CG?
you're talking about. It's I never finished it. It's like I want to say Aokiji, but that's a fucking character from. It starts with an A.
I remember so
Gaijin.
vividly this.
Gaijin.
Yeah, that's based off of the manga series. Was really, really, really,
Was
really
it?
good.
That didn't click the
Um,
name in my head.
Gaijin. Yeah, it's a good one.
My only issue
It's a
with
good
that
one.
show, my only issue with that show is like the CG kind of ruins it for me at certain parts. But yeah, I love the manga, so I enjoyed that one. That was a good one. All right. So recently, so we're gonna keep on top of it with anime. So recently, I've
Are we?
watched both Full Metal Alchemist movies.
Oh yeah.
The live action movies.
Well, before you go on this rant, can I because it was on the Discord chat. Can I please just just recap something that happened in our Discord chat the other day?
Yes, 100%.
We have a chat where Matt throws in our topics and we like suggest and like coordinate what time we're all meeting and stuff. And yesterday we were trying to figure out what time we were all gonna join in this. I told Matt, it's like, okay, here's the new channel where all the podcasts are going and stuff. And he was like, are we still down for Thursday? Because we record these on Thursdays. Matt replied, I'm down. It'll have to be like 7 or 8 when we stat, though. And I was like, sounds good to me. I'm like, oh, I didn't even pick up on the mistake. Matt replied, awesome. Mark chimes in with stat question mark? And I'm just like, oh, Mark's making fun of Matt. He's making fun of the fact that Matt can't spell. He's the punching bag of the friend group, but he makes it so easy, even though he can strike back at any time with any of us. But like that's not the problem. Mark sent that, and 48 minutes later, Mark responds, oh, start. 48 minutes pass. He goes, oh, start. Is that time flexible at all? If not, it's cool. Just wondering. So when in fact Matt, you didn't even have to like take a punch back at Mark for making fun of you. He just did it himself. He hurt himself with confusion.
I like to imagine Mark was just sitting there like for 48 minutes looking at his monitor just like this.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
He was like,
Dude,
what does that mean?
you're not
mean?
you're not far off.
What does this mean? What is this? What does he mean by spat? What is this a new form of podcast? I don't understand. Like 48 minutes just him just thinking.
You're not far
like,
off.
Oh,
You're not.
Oh, I see.
It's not that. It's not
like
that.
it's like from SpongeBob. Like 48 minutes later.
I was at work, so I read it quickly. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I put it away, and then like every like 2 seconds, because it was really dead, I kept taking my phone out and rereading it, and it still never clicked. It still never made sense. Like never was I like I kept like it was really dead. So I was like, look at it, read it, put it away, and then I would think about it, and I was be like, okay, all right, and then I put it away. And I put it away like that, just for like a straight like 48 minutes, like literally just.
I just loved it. Like there was no there was no like second where like, oh man, critical reading skills are gonna kick in, and like, oh wait a minute, no, he obviously meant to write this. Then the fact that like I responded, that's what the conversation was about, is what time we were gonna start, all that kind of stuff. Another thing happened earlier today. Another thing happened today. Where Matt sends us the topics for the podcast. And I know this might be a too soon thing, but you know, they'll be funny in the future. And Mark just responds, "Oh shit, that's today." And Matt's like, "Yep." And immediately, like about 10 minutes, 11 minutes later, Matt responds, "So the Queen diddied." Once again, you didn't. I don't think you messed up the understanding that one though, because your response after that was, "Oh shit, finally."
Okay, look, I didn't mean it. Like I wasn't like, oh, thank God. Like it was like.
You can't be like when somebody passes away, you can say
It's
the words finally.
Well,
by the way,
like,
not it being
we are
misjudged.
recording this the day the Queen of England died.
It wasn't like that.
This
it was just more
conversation
like,
took.
oh, okay, so that finally happened. Like, because it's a thing that everyone's been like afraid of since like COVID, and like
Yes.
she's really really old. So
we
it
haven't
was
heard
like,
from her
shit,
from like in like
finally
months,
happened.
so we all knew she was in bad health. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't. To be honest, with you,
It was
not on my mind.
It was just hilarious that. By the way,
I was at
you.
work
He
and I
did
said
misspell
Jesus out
O.
loud. I'm like, Jesus.
I was just like, oh, okay, so that finally happened. All right, okay.
Matt
And I can also hear Mark reply, like he texted this, but I can hear him in exactly the tone of voice he was like.
Yes, it
He
was.
goes, what? She lived for like 100 years.
Yeah, the next text is like,
Yeah,
what?
that's exactly how I
She
said
lived
it.
for like a fucking 100 years. Plus, the whole family's racist. It's time to
The
get
whole
some
family
new
is
blood
racist.
in here. That was
The whole family is
verbatim
racist.
And then he
what
goes
Mark
to Johnny.
said.
He's like, Johnny, as if Johnny would fucking.
No, that was
him
that was
up.
when I was late. That was hours later.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah,
to
that
get
was
me to
later.
comment.
That was hours there. My
Yeah.
bad.
I just wanted to share the inner workings of this show.
That's just how my mind works. It's just like I was like, okay, finally she died. All right, the whole family's racist. She was cool, I guess.
Just the oh shit! Finally, it's just
Yes.
like
No. I wish I could. I'm a future. I don't want to get future me work, but I might have to throw this up because the way he sent it is in two separate lines and two separate messages.
Yes.
So he goes, "Oh shit," and then that comes through, and then by that point I'm looking at my phone and it just comes in. Finally.
That's how you should read it, because that's why my mind was like, ah, shit. Yeah, finally. Like,
there's no good way of saying.
what do you mean?
It was
It's
a
just
story
like-
in 2 acts.
It's just like, oh
Anyway,
shit, finally.
anyway, Matt, tell us how bad the Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist movies are.
All right, first of all, it's not even Brotherhood at all. It's like just like it's like maybe Brotherhood existed at one point. Bro, this movie is it's okay. First of all, the CGI is terrible. Granted, Japan has never had a great track record with CGI. Fine. Warner Brothers
Shin
Japan made this
Godzilla
movie.
would like to introduce themselves, which is it's mostly
Anyway.
puppets in that movie, but never mind.
So the CGI is really bad. And then like it's just like the pacing is like all over the place. They speed run through everything. And like the first movie, I'm gonna try to remember it as best as I can. I try to block it out of my brain basically. The first movie covers, if you guys ever seen the show, it covers the them going to what's his face for I can't remember his name, the priest guy. Then it jumped to the Show Tucker arc with Nina.
Okay.
Then Mustang kills Lust, and then the alchemist. Then it's they
This is
jump
all in
cut
one.
all the way.
This is all in one movie.
This is all in one movie.
Yeah.
Then they fucking jump cut. They jump cut to the homunculi dummy guys, like the homunculi army. That is at the end of the fucking show.
Let me interject and say that this sounds immediately like the same problem that the infamous Last Airbender movie had. Where can we just agree that it's a bad idea to try to adapt the show in an entire show into a movie?
Yeah,
like I get adding if you did like a Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, where it's like it's just essentially a longer episode of the show. That's fine. That was great. You know, me and Jake watched that together. It was great. But to try to adapt all of this that's built up over a long period of time and structured like a TV show because it was built and made to be a TV show, or at least I guess a manga in this case. But like what the way those like movie writing and TV writing are not the same thing. Like they're not, because in a movie you just like if let's say we're working in a 4-act structure, you got your 4 acts and that's it. In a TV show you have to have 4 acts per episode, or 3 acts or whatever, 5 acts, and then they all have to interact into this larger act structure that is the entire season or the entire show.
And that's what makes Full Metal Alchemist the best anime. At least for most people, and even on my anime list, it's always listed number 1. It's because its characters are all amazing and it's very character driven, but also it's slow. It's the mystery behind it and the slow destruction of the plot, the unraveling of the plot as you go on.
Yeah,
it's what makes it amazing.
Mystery, it breaks everything down. There's good twists and turns and stuff in it. Character depths are actually pretty meaningful.
If you take and if you take that, Hughes' death is in this as well. Major Hughes dies in this, well, obviously.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Spoiler
For a over 10-year-old show. So this movie was so bad, I rewatched the show, and I'm like, man, this show is great. Never make this a movie again. But so the second movie,
why does every character look like an edgelord e-boy?
The second movie that just released. Guess what character they introduced in the second movie? Fucking Scar. It's all about Scar.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah,
and like they introduce a character that's been in since season 1, and they've already jump cut like season 2 all the way up to season 4. Now they're introducing Scar, and it's most of the Scar Point plot lines. And May's in it. May's like 30. Yeah, it's a continuation of the movie.
It's not. I thought it was just their own solo things. It's a continuation of the movie. So if they were gonna make 2 movies, why did they?
So they didn't. They
probably weren't going to.
My thinking in this movie, the reason why they didn't introduce Scar in the first movie is because they weren't sure the first movie was going to be successful enough to make a second movie, which I'm surprised it was. And then they're like, oh shit, now we got to introduce a new character, so we're going to introduce Scar as the main villain. Which is frustrating because, like, again, Scar has been like his subplot was was entwined with Ed and Al's subplot.
I will give it one thing as someone who has not seen the movie and is just looking at stills from it. I know you said most of the effects and stuff are pretty bad, and you're probably right because I'm just looking at like individual stills. But I'm just glad I can at least be happy. What's it called? What's the armor kid? Is it Alfie? What's his name?
Alphonse.
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 At least he looks like that's the armor, like just in real life, you know. Like I can give it that. At least we didn't have like it wasn't just like a medieval suit of armor or something like that.
No, yeah, they use the actual armor, and here's the thing too, like the they definitely like it was definitely like a hey. Let's make this movie but have every famous scene in this movie because they do have all the famous scenes in the movies.
Yeah.
Right. They have the mom dying scene, almost shot first shot. They have the Nina scene. They have the Ed protecting Renry scene from Scar. They have like all the famous scenes in it, but that it doesn't. It's rushed and it doesn't feel like it's.
This could be such a part of.
Why does every character look like an edgelord?
They
bro?
do really.
Because I mean, they do in the show. It's just because it's animated, you don't notice.
No, dude, fucking, why does father look like a tween who's gonna cancel me on Twitter? Like, what the fuck?
Are you talking about the movie or?
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? I've blocked this movie out so much in my head, I don't even remember him being in the movie.
It has to be. The thing is, it's a still, so I'm not sure if it is, but it's a dude shirtless.
That's Hohenheim. Oh wait,
no, it's father.
Shirtless? Hey, Mark, send this to me.
This is all stuff.
I don't think father was in the movie.
He's shirtless with like energy ball in his hand.
Hold on. This could be such a bigger part of a larger conversation, but like, I really, what is it?
Oh, that is father. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was in the movie.
How do you want it?
I blocked it out. It's so bad.
Lord.
But there really hasn't been a great track record of moving any animated works, be it an anime or into just like the Disney remakes. I've seen very few animated works translated over into live action done well and done like with any sort of dignity or like where I actually enjoy. I can think of one off the top of my head that I thought was okay, and it was Alita. And
I was gonna say Alita was fucking shit. Shit.
I was actually kind of upset that movie underperformed.
It underperformed because it purposely was made to be underperformed. Like when they released it at the worst time to release a movie.
Yeah, it didn't come out a couple weeks before. It was an accident.
Endgame. They didn't do that on purpose. It was just bad timing.
I think it was right after Endgame.
It was like in between Endgame and then there was like another like really big movie that came out at the same time. It was like literally like the weekends like sandwiched.
What's super sad too, they totally set up for a sequel too. Like they absolutely set up for a sequel.
Yeah,
and we'll
they did.
Never see it.
Well, that's the other thing. Is like I'm not a fan of movies setting up for sequels unless you know for a fact you're already getting the sequel. You know.
But you never know.
You never know.
Unless you're a Marvel movie, you never know.
Yeah,
like you have to be an established franchise.
But even those Marvel movies, they still, even early MCU, still told one coherent narrative and then had little ends that could be wrapped up if there was going to be more movies at the time. You know?
Yeah, like
That's why that's why the post-credit scene became, and that's another thing with the Marvel movies. And I was like, when do you release a movie nowadays? You know, like because Marvel takes up 3 to 6 months out of the year on the box office.
Now more so than ever. How many Marvel movies did we get this year?
It's obnoxious. I didn't go see them all. You know, like I was just like, I can't do this right now. I saw like one movie last month, and I can tell you right now, it wasn't Love and Thunder. I went to go see Nope because I was really excited for it.
No, we've only had 3 movies. We've only had 3.
It's
3 Marvel
like
movies.
3 a year.
Well, it just feels like a lot more because we've had the series.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 3 because I don't think what's it face.
No,
Mark,
there's
why?
There's
why the fuck? I do not want to see that.
What did you put in here?
He sent me a picture of Sonic and like Sonic's fucking feet, and it's really gross. Delete it! I can't delete it. I'm never looking at.
I love that he didn't even put that in the group chat. He sent that to us individually.
He sent it both of us individually.
Why are you sending us cursed images? Why now?
Why do you have that? Wait, the better question: why do you have that?
I don't. I was I mean, if you want me to be honest, I was looking at So okay, so all right, so okay.
For
It's a
context,
long
Matt,
train.
Mark
Long
just
train
sent
that
us
we're
a
doing.
picture of Sonic's feet.
So it started from Full Metal the movie. I was looking up stills, and then and then after that I went to Twitch, and there was this really hot girl that was recommended to me. And then I was looking at her link tree because I could have sworn I had seen her before. So then I went to her Twitter, and then she had those on her Twitter.
So wait, all right. So you've seen her before, so you're like, oh man, that's it. That's the Sonic's feet artist. That's where I remember her.
I saw her on my TikTok.
Ew, why is that in her fucking?
Oh, she's replying. It was a funny meme reply she did.
That's not a funny meme.
It's a funny meme. It's weird and gross to you because you sexualize it in your brain.
Not that.
If a girl like I'm not like that's why I think the fact that people like enjoyed the scene of Black Panther where he's like choking her out and he's about to kill her. That's why I find that weird because I sexualize that in my brain.
What are you even talking about? Is this what goes through you guys' heads?
Kind of like imagine like a monkey, just like the monkey clapping his with all the music going around. That's just
exactly.
Matt, was there anything else?
So a few things I'm gonna cut.
I think
so
the Twitch thing we should touch on it next week.
I wanted to, that's actually one of the things I wanted to touch on was the Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch thing. Oh, you talking about the girl getting fucked?
No. Wait, what?
Wait, can you explain that to me? Because no one told me about. Like I was trying to figure out what happened, but I was too afraid to Google.
We're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get Mark. Hold that in your brain. Hold that in your brain.
No,
I want to think about this first. All right, fine. Go ahead, Mark. You go.
You can't just bait. So, like, I was so interested in what he had to say, because I was like, I was so curious. I heard like I saw tweets about this, but like I never got any like validation of like what it was, and he just offered me an explanation. And you were like, no,
Mark, stop sending me cursed images. All right.
Mark, can you briefly explain it to me? Because from what I understand, someone was having sex on stream, got banned, and then got unbanned within a week.
Do you think that video is still up?
So we got it. No, I mean you didn't see anything. So okay, I saw it. No, you can't. You can't even hear it. So okay, so we got to put context. We got to put context.
Okay, let's go back.
So people like let's say Gideon.
Who?
Are you using a calculator?
No,
it looks like a TI-84. Oh, okay. Look like one of those TI-84s that you use in school.
Mark, focus. I need to know these answers.
I'm going. You have to give context. So think of like things like Gideon is a really good example of this. He was the guy who sent hate raids to Pokimane, and he had all these issues with Pokimane, and he's still banned to this day. Mind you, that was like last year.
Okay.
And there's others. I can't think of any on the spot, but I'm not seeing it. But
oh my, it's like through the window.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened was there was this girl streamer. She was like a 5 viewer Andy. You know, she had like 5 viewer. Like she averaged like 5 views a stream.
Okay.
Well,
not anymore.
She's not gonna anymore.
Yeah. Well, so she has this stream where she's like. Hold on, I have to demonstrate it for you, Johnny. Just
no,
so
please
you can
don't
know what I mean.
Aww.
I'm not gonna. I have to demonstrate it for you.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, she's kind of like this. She's kind of like
the
this.
Camera's
She's kind of
bugging out.
She's like this. She's like this.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like this.
These are so. Okay. I understand the motions now.
But it's not so you don't actually see anything. It's more like they're on the wall behind her. There was like a window and you could see the guy behind her. So anyway, regardless, so that's going on for 10 minutes, and then obviously a shit ton of people got into it, and then they ban her live on stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, "Oh, good." Whatever. They hit her with a 7-day permaban.
Okay.
Now the
Which
issue
doesn't
being
sound very permanent.
exactly, or not permaban, sorry, temporary ban. That's my bad. So now the issue with that is you have, like I said, people like Gideon. He just sent bad, like mean words to Pokimane. You have other people getting banned for really serious, like not serious shit all the time, and it's just really an issue with Twitch, where their moderation and the rules are very much just.
I mean, I'm not for. I'm
Yeah,
not.
whatever.
I don't think it's like I'm all for banning people who are sending like hate raids and mail and hate like shit to people. Like I'm not cool with that either. But if
I'm not saying that.
I don't like the idea of like people like doing sexually explicit content and stuff just getting away with it, because at the end of the day it makes Twitch money still, and they can get away like, because like there's whole categories on the site at this point that are just softcore, you know.
I'm watching it, Johnny. I'm gonna send it to you because it's really not.
See it. I really don't want to see it.
What the issue? No, I mean there's nothing to see. The issue is
to see.
The issue is that like that's the golden rule, right? That's the one rule that Twitch was like, you can't do this. You're never gonna be on the site ever again if you do this. And now it's like a 7-day temporary ban.
Okay,
there are people like.
I thought this was like a major streamer or something who was like they were bending the rules for big streamers or something.
They have done that before.
Yeah,
they do that.
Like with everything that what happened to Pokimane, right? When she got that temporary ban for like what, a day, because she did like she streamed Avatar.
Yeah, she was like streaming Avatar: Last Airbender or something.
Yeah. Which is like, you don't do that. You don't.
Yeah, because that's a whole copyright problem in of itself.
That's a whole copyright
and
problem.
Like I think that's actually a slightly different conversation, because even when it comes to like YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and all these other sites, like when it comes to like copyright stuff versus like TOS kind of stuff, or like not that is technically a TOS thing, but like specifically like we get like warnings all the time for Catch a Movie about like, hey, you're using another person's, you're commentating over, you're doing a transformative work, but it is of a person's movie. It's of this thing that's owned by a studio. So like Warner Brothers especially is very quick to be like, yeah, we're gonna take every bit of revenue from this very quickly, which is why Space Jam: A New Legacy is really funny, because that whole movie is about like algorithm like talk and stuff, when Warner Brothers is the biggest problem when it comes to algorithm stuff right now. So that's over there. I just like a consistency, and there's been a huge talk on YouTube right now about like rule inconsistencies and stuff. Like there seems to be like you never know how much or little you have to deal with, and it's different for different people. Really, it's not a unilateral rule where people are getting, not like if everyone was adhere to the same standards, then you don't have a problem. Then like, but the problem is when some people are getting away with stuff and other people aren't. People are getting the ban hammer on this stuff, but they're not on that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think banning them was the wrong decision. I think, they shouldn't be on the site. That is a thing. That's not what that website is for.
They were breaking.
They were breaking TOS.
They were breaking Twitch's actual like guidelines, like one of the biggest guidelines too. And which is like what also is frustrating too, because like people get away with the hot tub streams and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, it's always like these girls. Like there was this one video, I was on Twitch one time, and I may have watched it for a little bit.
Well, I think
but it was this girl in a kiddie pool, in a bikini, a very short bikini, a very small bikini, and it was like there was foam all over her. I'm like, bro, how is Twitch allowing this? Like, how is it not getting banned? And she was like a really popular streamer. I don't remember her name. I never subscribed or anything.
That's the thing, like I just with all these websites, and I think we are overdue for another big like adpocalypse style shakeup with everything, like across not just YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I don't understand how TikTok, I guess because they're a Chinese company in a lot of sense, but they keep like I'll be scrolling through TikToks and there's just people streaming full movies like all the time, you know. And I don't know. I don't understand how they get away with that. I don't understand. I barely understand how they're able to license like the music and stuff that they're using.
Nobody knows how TikTok's moderation works. Nobody knows how the algorithm works. Like genuinely, like that. I'm not exaggerating. Like nobody genuinely knows how the moderation works because people just get banned and then they get put up. There's no actual communication with the people. It's a Chinese company. You like also, there's no like. No knowledge.
At least, but here's the thing: TikTok has the. I'm not gonna call it an excuse, but like it explains it on our end of like, oh, they are a Chinese company. That means like, well, like we're there's gonna be different standards that we're not used to as Americans.
That explains so much of the type of bots I get. It's always of like very attractive Asian women. Not. Hang on, I need to explain myself.
It's funny that you bring up TikTok in this because I've seen the reason why it didn't bother me when I first saw it, like the ban obviously bothered me, but when I like saw it, it didn't surprise me because that's not the first time I've seen that exact same like setup for a content. Because I see that on TikTok lives all the time.
Yeah, like dude, TikTok lives are like sometimes it's like almost dangerous. It's like what are they called? Like danger click or whatever. You're like you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I like some of them. I like just appear on my timeline. I'm like, what am I looking at? This is
dude. I've seen some content that is borderline pornography on TikTok, and I'm like, how the fuck do you get away?
See,
with
I don't even see that. I see like legit like people streaming full movies. I see like some stuff that looks like some kind of like legit dangerous situation like shit, and I'm like, this seems messed up.
Yeah, and they have all the and all like the TikTok songs are all actual songs that people use. Yeah, it's crazy.
I imagine that they have some kind of licensing, like because from what I understand, that it is all licensed. I just don't know through what or through who or what, you know. So I am wondering, like, is there going to be a shakeup with the way we do, with the way like copyright stuff is doing again. On just all platforms, period. Is the industry due for like a massive like turnaround?
You know what though?
I
feel like the record companies probably don't pay too much for the TikTok licensing, but
record labels are notorious for not paying people shit.
Yeah, but then they get a lot of revenue for like because like if their song blows up, like the Justin Bieber song, they get a lot of the the new AGR song that I'm gonna be honest with you, the Violence song. It's like I love AGR, I love their stuff. The Violence song, not my favorite one of their songs, but now it's like the #1 song on Spotify because it blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, I you know it's and you know I will give TikTok. It is a good platform to find music. I have found bands on TikTok.
Yeah,
and it's great for that. I love it for that.
It has an insanely good algorithm.
And this might be something I have to go read on, or maybe the comments can help me and explain it all to me a little bit more. I'm genuinely curious to learn about that kind of stuff.
It's surprisingly addicting. It's content surprisingly addicting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Was there something else we want to talk about, Matt, or are we wrapping up?
Let's wrap it up. I'll say
watch that.
Mark, I'm gonna watch it later, but I gotta. Did you watch it on stream?
Yeah,
I'll watch it on stream.
That's why you were like, oh man, this is so like, it's a roll of the dice whenever you watch it. Whenever you watch, I click a live on your For You page. That's one of those that I clicked, and then it's.
I'm fading out on this.
All right.
Pull up a list.
So, in other news, off topic. Did you know that Wendy's you can customize your burgers?
Yeah, I mean
on Uber Eats.
Are you ordering a burger right now?
I mean, you could be like no lettuce or something like that. Like
no. You can go with a premium bun, a sandwich bun, a pretzel bun, lettuce as a bun. I'm going with pretzel bun, obviously. You can add different cheeses. There's already American cheese on the burger that I'm getting. I'm adding shredded cheddar cheese. I'm adding pepper jack cheese. I'm adding hot honey sauce.
How much cheese are you putting on this burger?
3 different types of cheese. I'm gonna put avocado because cheese is everything.
That's too many conflicting flavors. Are you not a chef?
Avocado is gross, but continue.
Okay, you're wrong.
You're incorrect, sir.
Avocado is delicious.
They're only good on one thing, which is sushi.
Matt, have you ever smelled avocado oil before? It's amazing. I cook with it. It's amazing.
I like the smell. I do not like the taste.
You can use it in place
I
of
also don't like
vegetable
butter.
oil, and it's great. It's great. It's fantastic.
I don't
I will not handle this avocado slander.
I also don't like butter.
Okay, well,
Like, I like the
you're not
vegetable
an
oil
American, okay? It's just how it is, okay?
This shit,
You're the reason the Red Scare happened.
this shit is gonna be the best burger I have ever had.
I'm gonna
Also,
be,
Johnny,
I'm gonna laugh so hard when Mark's order comes in the middle of the podcast. We're ready to go. By the way.
Johnny, you also need to understand the thing with chefs. Any chef you talk to, they cook delicious, amazing meals, and they go home and they eat fucking Tostino's pizza rolls that they cooked in the microwave that they're eating
you're
over the
acting like
sink.
Tostinos are a fucking bomb.
You're acting like Wendy's ain't fucking bomb.
Wendy's is bomb. I am not
Exactly.
slandering. Listen, I enjoy a good Wendy's burger as much as the next overweight American, but it's still fast food. It is still fast food. That is an important
Exactly.
thing.
I don't.
I'll never.
I don't. Okay, hot take. I can't eat fast food. It makes me sick.
Well, great for you.
Like sick.
Like sick.
Like,
I
you
get like
puke?
I get like I want to puke.
What? Really?
I love McDonald's. I love the
here's
taste of
the thing.
McDonald's. Big Macs are so good. I get like halfway through a Big Mac and I'm like, I'm gonna puke this up.
After I
Oh,
lost like
no.
120 pounds or something like that, I was the same way where like that kind of stuff was making me sick, and it still does to a certain degree, but like not nearly like it was. If it's not in your system, then it doesn't. It will make you sick.
Yeah, I figure out why is because I don't eat fast food all that much. I really don't. The closest fast food I eat on a daily basis or like on a normal basis
Chipotle
is Chipotle.
Yeah,
I love
Chipotle's the
Chipotle. Chipotle's my fucking shit. I eat Chipotle so much, in fact, that I get a free meal very often. I get a free entree very often. In fact, if I pull up my Chipotle app right now, I bet you I'm at $13.90. I'm very close to getting my thing.
Matt has the same problem at Chipotle that I have with my local tea shop, where it's just like, well, clipping these things out. Keep bringing your card in.
They know me. They know my order. They know my order. It's like, no.
Oh,
That's
this
one
was
thing you never want.
this was my saddest point in history, but it was it was like my senior year in high school, and me and Jake were just like Taco Bell like kept us alive, and specifically the quesarito like it kept
Yeah.
dude, I was so sad when they took away the quesarito. I
They
was
took it away.
yeah,
Yeah.
they took away the quesarito. I was so angry. How you that is how I survived from about sophomore to senior year. Is like how
So-
until like my freshman year of college.
That is actually how I found out why like you get sick after eating fast food if you don't eat like McDonald's or Wendy's and stuff like that. It's because of the grease.
Yeah, it's bad.
So greasy that if you're not used to it, your body will try to reject it. So like fast food places that I can do is obviously like Chipotle and stuff and Taco Bell. Because because Taco Bell's not that greasy.
It's
It's
really
greasy.
not.
Really not. Yeah.
not.
But like Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, I can't.
Also-
Unless it's like
also-
a chicken sandwich, I can't do it.
I'm gonna give a big plus to Taco Bell. They have like the mobile like pad kiosks or whatever that you can do on like so you don't have to like go up and stand in line and stuff.
I haven't been to a physical Taco Bell in 5 years.
On that menu, they have a tab to click, and you can be like, I want to see your vegetarian options, and just that, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just go boop, vegetarian options. You're good. You're clean.
So yeah,
Got
I haven't been into a physical like Taco Bell in a very long time, but I've ordered from Taco Bell plenty of times.
See,
and
that's
been through a drive-thru a few times.
that's the great thing about Taco Bell. It has not changed in
I'm
35 years.
sure.
10 years.
It is the exact same restaurant
So-
that you remember.
We were in New York not too long ago, and we're wasting content, Johnny. Have we been rolling?
Yes, we have.
All right, cool.
For 8 minutes and 22 seconds.
All right. So I was in a
It will
I
be
was
on the
in New
back
York.
end.
yeah.
It'll go boop, and then we're here.
I was in New York, and we went to a McDonald's And like I said, I can't really do McDonald's, so I just order either the chicken, the chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
or the
The chicken McNugget.
Minecraft.
It's Minecraft. It's very
Yeah.
hard to explain.
I order the chicken nuggets or order the McChickens. And sometimes, I mean, the McChickens are hit or miss. Sometimes they do add like some grease and I can't do it.
Mhm.
But it's hit or miss for me. But the nuggets I always can do. But like I went and they had those kiosk things, right? Those the order you press the things you can order it there and then
Mhm.
apparently it's been around for a very long time. I just haven't been to a physical McDonald's and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
It's taking jobs away, man.
Yeah.
And they're taking
have
our
them at
fucking jobs, and Taco Bell and fucking Mexicans taking our fucking jobs.
Every morning, this is not to be a surprise to you guys. You guys know me. Every morning I go to Wawa to get my coffee in the morning because I love Wawa so much.
Dude, I just found out we have a Culver's near here. I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I must be the only Culver's in the entire South. It blew my mind because it's like a Wisconsin chain. It's like northern,
Yeah.
which I like. Is Wawa northern or is that further
Wawa's
south?
north. Wawa's north.
It's northern, but
northern.
it's starting to
northeast.
diversify. Like
Okay.
it's starting to
It also Wawa's their locations are very very weird. They're either like they're in Pennsylvania, not in New York for some reason.
Mhm.
They're in Pennsylvania, they're in New Jersey, and they're in Delaware,
Dude,
and then they're in Florida. That's
That's it.
that's it.
It's their target audience.
Matt
Target
will only
demographic.
move to locations that have a Wawa.
Yeah.
Dude,
If it doesn't have a Wawa, he's not living there.
If you guys ever want to see like a shrine to capitalism, have you ever been to a Buc-ees?
no.
You like Bucky O'Hare's?
No, yes, but not Bucky O'Hare.
Like the
It's a
Yes, but no.
gas station?
it's a gas station, like essentially like a Costco, Walmart. Like it's a shrine to capitalism. It is a Walmart, Costco. It's got a wall of beef jerky. It's got like 200 gas pumps. The closest Buc-ees to me is like 300 miles away, and there are billboards down one of the highways towards Atlanta. For every 5 miles, it's like Buc-ees 350 miles away, Buc-ees 345 miles away. It is like that all the way down.
That's like Wawa.
Yeah, it's that, and in South Carolina, there's a place called South of the Border, and South of the Border has I don't think anyone actually knows what is inside of it. It's just there's billboards for it across all the major highways, and then a lot of them are pretty racist for a place.
South of the Border is racist. I always stop by South of the Border on my way from Florida to Jersey because it's literally on the way.
You've been inside. It's not a human trafficking front. That's what I figured.
Dude, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's such a weird.
Don't they sell like
place.
fireworks or something?
Yeah, they have like a store that sells fireworks. They have a whole cigar shop, but I think that actually closed down.
Of course they do.
They just it's there's so much weird gimmicky. It is the most gimmickiest place you'll ever be.
I mean, it's an insane, like the advertising for it. Like some of them are like borderline, like borderline like minstrel ads is like the best way I can put it. Like,
oh, really?
yeah,
It's the place. It's a little racist.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
It's from another time.
it's like it's
From another
interchanging, man. It's
time.
just like south of the border Buc-ees, south of the border Buc-ees, and it's just those billboards all the way
Yeah, dude,
down,
honestly,
heading
yeah,
towards
drive-
Atlanta, man. It's just constantly.
I drive through. I drive through that area because it's right off the highway. It's right off 95. It literally is like you can like go on. Yeah. But so like to people who don't, because this is gonna go in the podcast.
Yeah,
To
no,
people who
this is on the back end.
Yeah, to people who don't know what Wawa is for most people, it is the reason why I like it so much. If you live in like around Philadelphia, there is a Wawa every 5 fucking minutes. It is the quintessential gas station there, and sometimes it's not even a gas station. It's just a convenience store almost.
Mhm.
It's like a Johnny, have you been to the Wawa when you're down here?
I think I was at one.
Yeah, so it's literally a gas station
think Mark
mixed
just
with an
raged at
actual
Minecraft.
deli.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
Mark
keep
died.
dying.
Yeah, called it. It's like a gas station mixed with a deli. It's like a very fancy 7-Eleven.
I think I might have gotten gas, but I don't know if I went in. Was the thing. I think I might have got it when we drive back from Extra Life.
Like when you see them, you think they're gonna be dirty, but they're really clean.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly clean. Like a 7-Eleven, you go in 7-Eleven, you're like, you know,
7-Eleven looks the exact same on the inside as it does on the outside,
Yeah.
which is, I would say, mediocre on both. You know, like I've seen, like 7-Eleven isn't the most disgusting gas station I've ever been into, but like
Mhm.
it is as disgusting inside as it is outside, and so it's like a subpar between both.
Yeah, like you go to Wawa, you can actually get good food at Wawa. Like
Yeah.
I honestly, my lunches are just Wawa lunches. Like the deli stuff. If they get the pre-made stuff, it's that's gas station food. But like the actual like deli they have inside, they have solid food, and they make a bunch of. They have a whole freaking list of stuff.
Dude, I found out recently, you know who has really good burritos?
Your mom.
Well, she does, but Spinks, the gas station.
The fuck is Spinks?
Yeah, I don't have a
It's
Spinks app.
it's another like southern like chain.
You're making that up.
No, I'm not. It's called Spinks. It's
Yeah,
got
Johnny,
Spinks is not a thing.
I live so far south that I no longer live in this.
I think it's supposed to be called. Yeah, that is true. That is what Florida is. I think it's supposed to be a play on Sphinx, but like
Well,
no one in the South like says it that way. It's always Spinks.
All right. So
right,
anyway,
do you want to
we're
start
gonna
the actual
actually start
podcast?
the podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Future
I'm
me
gonna
can just
introduce-
put this all on the end of the episode.
Yeah, well, that will be the extra 15 minutes for the hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce myself, then let's go Johnny, and then Mark.
And
That way we're
action.
not. Yeah,
Let
and
me
that
fix
we're not
this.
getting confused.
Try not to be over.
You want me to give it a couple seconds and then we'll go? Okay.
I mean, dude, hold on. Let me just find my true voice. Ooh.
What does that mean?
What
What are you doing?
It's an acting thing they teach you.
Are you
where it's like-
acting? We're not acting.
No.
It's a fucking podcast.
Well,
what the
it's
fuck? Are you,
supposed-
let me find my true voice.
Well,
It's a
that's what
fucking
it is. It's an
podcast.
exercise where you're supposed to like bring it, just like let the air escape from you, and it finds like how you're not like your facade voice that you kind of speak with naturally, but like the kind of voice that you want to project outward. Listen, man, I can't. My degree has to amount to something.
It amounts to you being an awesome person.
Thank you.
All right, we ready?
Yes. Start.
Okay.